Hello and welcome, my melon's taking way too much Advil. It's SJB here, and today we've got a 2-tower chimps run for ya. But believe it or not, that's actually not the main event. I've been trying to talk about this topic for a really long time in my videos, and I just never am able to get it done properly. I always either start the topic or I do finish the video, and I realize I didn't like what I did. I didn't like what I talked about. I didn't like what I said, and I end up deleting that video. I just don't show it to you guys. I know, it seems crazy that I can spend 30 minutes making a video and then at the end of it be like, but no. But it does happen. It really does happen. So anyways, we need to get long range here as well. Holy crap. All right, round 8. Tough round. Oh, wait, blue balloon. Oh, no, I don't think we're going to hit this. So you see already the problem with 2-tower chimpsing. It's not exactly easy because you only get 1 tower to start off the game with, obviously. And then you got to get all types of balloon popping power as fast as you possibly. You know what? I'm just going to get freaking red hot rings, bro. Let's just freaking do it. Why not, man? Why am I trying to pull this out in a ridiculous way? Let's just get that double popping power and hopefully relay that into some awesomeness long term. But the weird thing about 2-tower chimps is you know what we're expecting. You know what we're trying to get the entire game. We have to plan ahead. We have to think ahead about what we want to do here. And what I want to do is I want to get a Glaive Lord. And then I want to go for another tower that's going to be able to pop camos. And be able to pop DDTs reasonably well. And then also, if we're going for a Glaive Lord, he pops the balloons. I want to make sure I have something else that can pop the Moabs, alright? Specifically, the DDTs and the bad, because that's who he's kind of weak against. So what kind of tower can do all of that? To be honest, there's not many of them. Not enough camo detection. Not enough cam detection with the Spirit of the Forest. Not enough power overall. Believe it or not strong enough against the balloons and everything, and the bad balloon as well. Super Monkey would be awesome, but I can't get cam protection early enough. So, that leaves us with, like, a Monkey Ace, which may be possible. We could maybe do a Sky Shredder, maybe, just maybe, pull off a Flying Fortress, though I'm not sure about that. But the problem would be the cam detection in the early game. I'd have to pop around 42 with some sort of weird Monkey Ace, and that would just be kind of tricky to do. Not impossible, but tricky to do. And that also leaves us with maybe a Heli Pilot. Maybe we could do it with this guy. I don't think I could do it with anybody else in the entire game, except for one tower. The Dartling Gun. So I think that a Mad would be a really cool tower to use in combination with each other. We're going to go Glaive Lord, we're going to go Mad, and think about the combo. Mad does all the Moab popping power we need. Glaive Lord does all of the balloon popping power we need. What could you possibly need beyond that? Hopefully nothing. I mean, ideally they just work in conjunction so well that they're just a perfect strategy to use, and we just win everything all the time, and life is amazing. But there's a chance that we might run into some issues long term. I mean, we got to get early cam detection, for example, on round 24. We got to make sure that he pops every single camo balloon in existence all the way up and through until we get a Glaive Lord. Because that's the first time that we get cam detection with our Boomerang over here. So relying on one tower to do all of that, not fun to do. Possible, but not fun to do. So let's do this. Let's go for a quick Glaive Ricochet. We're going to leave him on first, I guess. Just let him bounce around and pop some freaking balloons. And then we're going to go for our, believe it or not, a Hydro Rocket Pots as fast as we possibly can. If we don't get Hydro Rocket Pots early enough, we probably are going to end up losing. So anyways, believe it or not, instead of talking about the strategy all that much today, I think we're going to get going really quickly. Instead, I want to jump to some later rounds here once we get to some painful rounds, and I also want to talk about women. Alright, or girls, or getting a girlfriend, or being an alpha male. And I'm going to have some things that I say that might be a little bit controversial. I never want to be controversial, but I noticed that there's some weird things going on with people in general these days, and I feel like I just have to be normal and tell people maybe you're wrong, maybe you're being an idiot, maybe you're stupid, maybe I have to tell you these things so you don't make any mistakes in real life. And it doesn't mean that you have to like me when I say that, but maybe when you grow up, maybe when people get a little older, or if they get a little bit more mature, or something happens in their life that makes them realize that I'm not full of BS, they will come full circle and maybe become a better person from it, all right? But any which way, that is going to be a little bit controversial today, just a little bit, like a smidge, nothing crazy. But hopefully we can kind of learn something and be cool in the process of talking about it. And of course, feel free in the comments below if you think I'm full of crap. Throw it down there, bro. I'm down. I love it when people tell me that I'm wrong. Actually, I hate it when people tell me that I'm wrong. But I at least am willing to look at their point of view and try to learn from it. Try to learn from why they believe that thing and why they are the way they are. All right, so we got Hydro Rocket Pods already. I'm feeling pretty good. I've tried going bottom path quite a few times, and I just never like it. And with the recent buff of going top path instead, or just not getting any upgrades really... Oh, no! Wait! Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Oh, man. What was I just talking about? I don't want to go top path. I want to go bottom path instead. I've gone top path quite a few times because it ends up being more powerful against single targets. So like the bad balloon in particular, or reinforce all my gods. But against grouped balloons around 98, you can actually get overwhelmed as a mad by going top path. It's absurd. It doesn't make any sense. So I just want to go powerful darts here. We got a slight buff because Rocket Storm, which is a somewhat necessary ingredient to our 2-tower chimps concoction here, is going to need to have more accuracy. And with the more accuracy, we will have the ability to pop more balloons, hopefully getting us a longer running 2-tower chimps run and getting us through everything. Hopefully. Any which way, we've got, believe it or not, I think I'm going to try to jump straight to a Glaive Lord. I don't even want to spend the money on Rocket Storm unless I need it, basically. So let's check out the Moab, see how well we're going to do against this guy, and then believe it or not, after that, it's all about getting dirty here. All right. So check this out. We got enough aim here. I'm not upset with this aim with a single Moab. We do got to pop it a little bit quicker, though. Glaive Lord, come on, or Boomerang, get to work. Pop a few of the balloons. That's all we need. He's going to reach around. Doesn't matter. Good. Okay, so that's the toughest round in the game for this strategy, I think. Hopefully. The mid-50s could be a little bit tricky if we can't afford a Glaive Lord yet, but other than that, we should be... yeah, it's going to be tricky. We're going to need a Rocket Storm, dude. We need a Rocket Storm like all the 50s, aren't we? Whew. All right, I'm getting afraid here. All right, it's not getting tricky yet, but again, the 50s are going to be difficult because we have to rely on a single Dartling gun here to pop the 50s, and I just don't think we're going to be able to get it going at all, so I'm just going to buy the Rocket Storm, and I'm just going to realize that we might have to use this ability quite often. Possibly every single round, possibly multiple times per round, and we're going to have to micro the entire time while doing this, so hopefully we can kind of get this all going. All right, anyways, today we're talking about girls, okay? Now, I should mention that I am not anti-man or anti-woman. I just know that my audience is 90% plus men, so, or guys, or boys, or whatever you want to say, and mostly, I want to say younger, but between 13 and 25 is my highest demographic. All right, that doesn't mean that if you're 40, you can't watch. Obviously, I can give two craps. In fact, I love that you're watching my videos. That makes me feel better about myself, actually. But I do have to note that my major demographic is between 13 and 25. So this might affect some people. Oh, check this out, bro. Oh, yeah! Believe it or not, no ability required at all. So far, seems like a waste of money. All right, but we're more than halfway there to Glaive Lord. Just want to throw that out there. But this will be talking about girls, so if you are a girl who watches my channel, I don't want you to feel bad, feel like I'm leaving you out or anything like that, or feel like I'm minimizing you in some way. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me how wrong I am, or whatever you want to say. All right, so we're going to have to use this ability here. Boom, boom, we take it down, but that leaves us open for Moab's coming out on 53 with no ability. I might want to use my abilities earlier, just like at the first Moab, and if possible, at least. And, yeah, if frickin' possible, I guess is the main thing here. So we have it ready for when we need it for the next round. So we're going to keep this on the screen a little bit longer. We actually don't want to pop this guy. Isn't that weird that we're going to do this purposely, leaving it on the screen? Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt. Does not bite us in the butt. Then we get the Rocket Storm more ready on 54. Still not ready, but more ready. And we're going to have to use it again pretty much right away. I don't think 55 will be a big deal because there's no mobs coming out, and we're going to have the Glaive Lord soon. $8,000 away, probably around 61, 62, and we're going to need it right then and there. Otherwise, we're screwed, dude. Totally boned and screwed. So, I actually don't know where to start here. I guess we should give you a bit of background about me. I have had 3 girlfriends in my entire life. I've had 3 long-term girlfriends in my life. I'm a big nerd. I should mention that. I think it's important to note that I am a very big nerd. Even though I play balloons and I am a YouTuber, I was not always a YouTuber, and I was not able to... And I know that you could probably get away with... and a lot of people do this, taking advantage of people by being even mildly famous. And I would say that YouTube is the mildly famous, perfect situation to be in. But I was never able to do that, or I never did that. See, able, that just seems like I'm such a freaking predator or something like that. But I was not able to use my YouTube status at all while dating, because when I started dating Amanda, my current wife, I had I think about 1,000 subscribers, something like that, maybe even less. So like it was not a factor whatsoever at all in anything. All right, 58. How we doing here? Ooh, a little bit tricky, but still alive. Oh, we got more Moabs, dude. Woo, this is gonna be tough, but actually looks pretty good. And Glaive Lord money's like just about there. Once we get that thing, we're golden. All right, we're gonna try to beat it without any abilities. We do it just fine. Glaive Lord is up. Beautiful. So tough run, but nothing ridiculous. Just had to use our abilities at the right time. And now, really, the only thing we have to do next, Mad. This guy needs to survive for the next 25 rounds, though, if we're going to afford a Mad for 65,000. That is how long it's going to take to save up that money. So we need Glaive Lord to do basically everything we could ever desire in our entire life. Right here, right now, right every time. He's just got to do everything. So just throwing that out there. So let's hope that he can be everything that he wants to be. And definitely, Reinforced Mob's not a big deal. BFBs won't be a big deal. Reinforced BFBs probably won't be a big deal. But oh my gods, on the other hand, I don't know. That's where we start to get to the point of, uh-oh zones. But anyways, I was a pretty big loser in general. I don't know how else to put it. I was nerdy. I was pretty shy. Going throughout high school, I was the kid who was literally, like pushed down and bullied most of my high school career. Because I was very small. Like, very small, by the way. I've grown out of it. I hit puberty late, when I was like 14 or 15. I was still under 5 feet going into high school, so you can see why people would, make fun of me and push me down and be mean to me. I've been slapped multiple times in high school. So, like, just in general, pretty big loser. All right, I don't know why it happened. I just was a pretty big loser. I was lucky. I had some friends, so I wasn't like completely socially destroyed in that way. But yeah, I got kind of lucky with that. But any which way, getting down to it, meeting girls. I have never met a girl in real... I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. The way that I've met my 3 girlfriends, okay? My first girlfriend I met online. And this was before online dating was like a big thing. I should mention that. It was looked down upon, like, quite a bit. Like, ooh, you met online? Oh, that's weird. Like, who does that? You must be such a loser. It really was. Like, before apps came around, that's just the way people thought about things. Then I met my second girlfriend at work. But, believe it or not, instead of talking to her, I added her on Facebook. And I started talking to her on Facebook. I just chat her up here and there, and I was like, hey, how was your day? How's it going? What's going on? And she responded back sometimes. And to be honest, I thought she was totally uninterested for a long time. And then, because she kind of like didn't respond, but in like in a very exciting, fun way. But then I found out that she just didn't really like talking on Facebook. So I tried talking to her in real life a little bit, and it worked out. I was just like, did you want to go on a date? And boom, it worked out. And we were together for over a year, but a lot of things were weird about that relationship. She was significantly older than me. She was, I think I was 21, and I think she was 27 when we started dating. So that's not a crazy, crazy number, 6 years difference, but where you're at in life is a pretty big difference with 6 years of difference. Maybe she was 28, actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into that. But anyways, it was a very interesting relationship, and I really liked her, and it just didn't work out. Just, you know, I don't hate anybody as a person that I've been broken up with, which is kind of awkward, I think. And then I met my current wife also online, believe it or not. I'm pretty sure it was OkCupid that we met on. OkCupid. I'm pretty sure it was OkCupid. And again, this was like an online dating website before they had apps and stuff like that. When I started dating my wife, I didn't even have a phone yet, a smartphone yet. I had a phone that was a flip phone that had keypad and stuff like that. Like that. This is how old this thing was, man. So anyways, if you're looking at like what Chris has advice to give about, like, was he a ladies' man? No. I am not a ladies' man. I was able to talk to a girl that I liked. Was able to, on the first date, make a good impression for her to want to go on a second date with me, and I was able to continue that by being a good overall boyfriend, a good person. And of course, things don't always work out long-term forever. You spread apart over time, or things go wrong, or whatever. But the first step is always getting that relationship started, and that's where I think I want to try to give some people advice. So, first thing I want to say is that a lot of people think girls like bad boys. I've heard this a lot. Girls love bad boys. They want to feel degraded and put down. You know what? Maybe that's a cake for some women, but in general, that is not the case. Girls do not want to be put down. They do not want to be degraded. They do not want to feel like they are at the bottom of the barrel and you're like giving them the time or something like that. They don't want to have to chase you or something like it. It's very weird that a lot of people think that this is the way that women want somebody to be. That is not the case. What they do want is they want a lot of people say, oh, well, they don't like nice guys, right? Well, that's the exact opposite of a bad boy is the nice guy. They don't like the nice guys. The nice guys are boring, and that's where the problem arises. All right? It's not about bad boy and good boy. It's about being fun. All right? Bad boys generally can be more fun. They're more confident. They're more able to go do things out in real life without any issues, and they're able to just generally be more fun for the women. So my first advice to you guys is don't think that girls don't like nice guys, but they don't like boring guys. So if you're wondering, how do I become less boring? There's a lot of ways to do that, but generally the best way, just don't, woe is me, my life is terrible and I don't like doing things and I'm depressed and this stuff is terrible and life sucks and I hate this about myself and I'm going to tell you about all the stuff that I hate about. No. That is the wrong thing to do, man, and I'm so sorry. Like, maybe your life does suck, but you don't have to tell a girl you're interested in that your life sucks. You could just kind of, like, know that your life sucks and try to do the best with what you got. All right? So we go, Mad is officially up. At this point, realistically, Mad pops the Moabs, Glavelord pops the Bloons. Hopefully it works out wonderfully across the board. If we ever get into a pickle, we got an ability here that we can use to hopefully take things down even more efficiently and effectively. But I really like my positioning here. In fact, I almost want to lock him in place, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna aim him like this for now, and I'm just gonna see how long can we go without even microing the micro-intensive strategy. Maybe forever, maybe not. So, another thing to think about is that when you're talking about bad boys, sometimes, unfortunately, the bad boys are fairly attractive. All right, and maybe the nice guys are like, well, I'm a nice person, girls should still like me, but maybe you are not quite as good looking. So the main thing that I can say is that when women look at attractiveness, it comes from a lot of different places, all right? You've ever talked to girls and they're like, well, you know, I don't really like the muscly guys. I don't really like the skinny guys. You know, dad bods are okay. It's just like a mixture and a mismatch of like everything all over the place. There's not one specific type of guy that they like. So there's different types, just like guys like different types of girls. Some guys like, you know, skinny girls. Some people like athletic girls or chubby girls or whatever. So there's all these different body types out there that people like, but generally being the best that you can be is going to give you a huge advantage. All right, and when I say the best that you can be, all I'm saying is just be in like decent shape. Like, you don't have to be the fittest guy ever. You don't have to be athletic as crap. You don't have to have a six-pack. Just be normal-ish looking. And you know what? I know that's very difficult. All right, I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I was I still haven't hit the bike yet, as crazy as that is. I was fairly skinny growing up. I was always skinny my entire life, and I just kept gaining weight very fluidly throughout my life. You know, 5 pounds pretty much every year, and eventually I got to about 190 pounds. Now, when I was looking fit at 165, I'm like 30 pounds, 25, 30 pounds overweight by the time I get to 190. So, I already had a wife, so it wasn't like I was out looking or anything like that, but I realized it's not good. And I have made some changes in my life, and it's very tricky. So don't get me wrong, I know exactly how it is. I was not born genetically perfect, and I was able to lose a whopping 20-ish pounds. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And I look a lot better. I don't look fantastic, but I look a lot better, and I feel a lot better. All right, here we go, round 97. Still not bad at all. 90. Look at this domination right now. 2 tower chimps were making it look freaking easy, dude. Glavelord. I know I'm bouncing around quite a bit here, and I am talking about a lot of my stuff. But the best advice that I can give you guys is confidence and fake confidence is going to give you guys so much more. Well, I heard you guys like bad girls. Well, instead of buying my bathwater, just use my SJB creator support code. Thank you so much. So much of an easier time trying to talk to girls, and you don't have to be the most confident person ever, but just almost pretending like you're confident. And you don't have to change who you are. I don't think that you should lie to anybody about who you are, but you can leave some minor things out here and there if they're very, very bad. But generally what you want to do is you want to talk about things that you are excited about. It's going to make people like you. If you're like very into, even if it's Legos or anime or something, you can find other people that are into the exact same thing as you. And you can have a great time being with that person, even if they don't share that hobby necessarily. They don't have to be into anime. So just don't make your entire relationship about anime or about music or about this. Just be yourself, have your own hobbies, and get things going. So the reason why I had to talk about all of this today is because I've noticed that there's a rising group of people that people generally call incels, all right? And it's become a pretty big thing that people are accidentally celibate because the opposite sex does not like them, and they think that there is no possible way that the opposite sex could like them. And that is just straight up wrong. There are girls that will like you. You just got to put the time and the effort and not be a giant butthole. All right, if you're a giant butthole, girls aren't going to like you. Yeah, I mean, that's like, that's the advice, all right? I know I didn't go into super crazy in-depth with anything today, but throw it at me if you dislike what I said or disagree with anything I said, but that's where I'm at right now. If you are looking for girls, try to be as confident as you can be when talking to them. And you don't have to be fake. Don't be fake. That's actually the wrong thing to do, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes the people just are not compatible completely, and you have to accept that. But anyways, look at this. 2-tower team still running strong on round 102 at this point. That's kind of absurd, actually. Why? Why is a 2-tower team going so easily? I'm not even microing. Like, much. No abilities used? Look at this. We almost lost. Oh, Glaive Lord still taking it down. Freaking 103 right now. All right, let's use that ability. Woo! 103. Tricky. Uh-oh, that could be the end. Glaive Lord's got to bounce through a lot of balloons here, and it does not. 103. Looking strong, and believe it or not, Glaive Lord did have the higher amount of pops. Kind of makes sense. He was around for a lot longer, and he's popping all the balloons, not the Moab layer, but it is what it is. Alright, if you guys enjoyed, press the like button, make sure you subscribe, and have a super duper delicious day.